for this next play. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
29, Darius.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Geis, the ball carrier. Eric Reed on the tackle. A 2-yard gain.
Here's Burrow.
And it's 3rd down.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
To C.J. Uzama.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And the Bengal 1st down.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Bullock's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's Anthony McFarland, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bengals 3, Steelers 0.
Play action. Huntley. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's Now second.
Again, it's Burrow.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Geis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Goal from the 10-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
For the point after.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you.
He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 77 yards. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Bengals 10.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Darius Geis, the ball carrier.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 7.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Now a run with Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to John Ross.
John Ross, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Huntley to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Huntley. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
3rd and 4.
McFarland once more. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up second.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, McFarland. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
3rd and 3.
from the gun on third down. Huntley, and he'll find Washington. That's complete.
James Washington.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The ball carrier.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
4-yard line.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, Huntley. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Moss. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
The tackle made.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Throw left side, complete. It's Boyd. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for second down. They'll run here with McFarland. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, McFarland. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
On the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on third down. Huntley got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Running with McFarland. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Here's Huntley. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now
second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
the 7-yard line.
Here's McFarland. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Carrier.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
Gain of 2.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On the carry, it's Logan. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. T.J. Logan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Ball carrier.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss.
Burrow's pass.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Burrow's pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 6
And remember,
yards.
field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's back to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll run here with Bernard. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Here we go with Burrow. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
32. Steelers 31.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
10-10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
At the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll try and get it with Geis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Brings up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.